financial advisor can help. If your investments aren't getting you closer to the win, visit edwardjones.com or stop by your local Pierre area Edward Jones office for a financial review. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
Larry Fry Heating and Cooling has a new name. Kruger Climate Systems has acquired Larry Fry Heating and Cooling, but it's still the same great service. Your friend Larry Fry is still a manager, and his dedication to providing you with outstanding service remains unwavering. The same quality products and services you have come to expect from Larry Fry Heating and Cooling will continue under the new leadership of Kruger Climate Systems. You can still reach us at 605-224-9548 or email us at ryan@krugercontracting.com. Kruger Climate Systems, your certified Trane and Mitsubishi dealer in Central South Dakota.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
The following is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Pierre Governor Basketball on KCCR and on YouTube at KCCR Sports. The Pierre Governors are brought to you by State Farm Insurance Becky Potsuba Agency, the American of Fort Pierre, Bank West, Capital City Ford, Lincoln and Toyota, Fording Electric, and Gales Gas.
Olsen hands it off for Getz. He'll pull it for a long-range three. Buried by Getz! He's now got 10, and the Governors lead it by 5, their largest lead tonight.
And by American Family Insurance Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, CHS River Plains, First Dakota National Bank, Shane's Pharmacy, and Missouri River Dentistry.
To Williger, she'll spin. Kicks it back over. Taylor pulls up for three. That's buried by Graceland Taylor. She's got the Governors up by 6. Taylor's got 5 points.
And by Kruger Contracting, Edward Jones Financial, Lamb Motors, Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Todd's Electric, and the South Dakota Office of Attorney General Division of Consumer Protection.
Rebound tipped around, and it's going to be grabbed by the Golden Eagles. They go down the floor with 7 seconds to go. Pass for Fritz, lost the handle of the ball. It's grabbed by Getz with 2 seconds to go. The time will run out, and the Governors will win it 53-51.
And now to the booth we go for Pierre Governor Basketball.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Riggs High School for another edition of Governors Basketball on KCCR. Tonight we've got a girls basketball primetime classic on hand as the visiting 8-1 Brandon Valley Lynx renew their rivalry with the 4-3 Pierre Governors. Dylan Simmons on the call with you tonight, and welcome back to the capital city where we are live on KCCR Sports. And the Governors girls have been improving game after game. They've got a chance to show just how dominant they can be tonight. However, they face perhaps their toughest challenge of the year against a Brandon Valley team who knows a thing or two about getting the job done on the road. The Lynx have won 8 consecutive games, with all of the last 4 being road games. However, they have not played a team quite like Pierre in that stretch, and they are eager to break their own streak tonight. Pierre has lost their last 6 to the Lynx in a row, and Kirk Bebout is searching for his first win against Brandon Valley. Will it happen tonight? We will find that out in short order. Pierre's off to a 4-3 start on the year with wins over Douglas, Sturgis Brown, Rapid City, and Bismarck. Their losses have come to Spearfish, Washington, and Stevens. All three of those pretty good teams, and two of those near the top of the standings here in the AA South Dakota basketball division. But in terms of common opponents, Brandon Valley has already beaten Spearfish once this year, 76-61 on the road. Now, here is an interesting historical stat for you. In the last 4 games played between these two teams, Brandon Valley has won each time by single digits. Their win streak goes back to 2018, and they've won 6 in a row in total. So history says that this game is going to be close all the way through. However, you know what they say about history. It's meant to be broken, and we could see some more historical trends reverse tonight. We will find that out as time goes on. But Brandon Valley, they're a force this year. An 8-1 start to the year, 7-1 in AA. Surprisingly enough, they're not the top team in AA so far. They're actually third. Their lone loss this season comes against O'Gorman. That was way back in the first game of the year. And O'Gorman, of course, still undefeated since then. So Brandon Valley's lone loss, not a bad one by any means whatsoever. It was actually a rematch of last year's state championship game in the Sodak 16. Now, Brandon Valley and Pierre, like I mentioned, a lot of history, but they have not met in the postseason since 2017, so it has been a while. But one signature thing about this Brandon Valley offense, they have an explosive offense, scoring an average of well over 52.2 points per game. And their defense might be even better. They're only giving up 37.2 points per game, and they're no stranger to win streaks either. They have won 13 games in a row dating back to last year as well. So when you look at their win streaks, they had a 13-game win streak last year and an 8-game win streak this year. They know how to put a run together, and they're doing that once again to start off 2024-25. Led by head coach Mike Zur is Brandon Valley in his 6th season with an 89-34 record. But your Governors, like I mentioned, 4-3 on the season so far, 3-3 in AA play, coming off their best performance of the year and their most dominant performance, bar none, against Douglas here at home on Tuesday night, a 62-19 win, one of their highest scoring games of the year and one of their best defensive performances of the year. They forced 31 total turnovers against the Patriots. If they can play like that again tonight, it could be a long night for the visiting Brandon Valley Lynx. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we will have an interview with the head coach of the Brandon Valley Lynx. That's Mike Zur. So make sure to stay tuned for that right here on KCCR Sports. Be back in 3.
Larry Fry Heating and Cooling has a new name. Kruger Climate Systems has acquired Larry Fry Heating and Cooling, but it's still the same great service. Your friend Larry Fry is still a manager, and his dedication to providing you with outstanding service remains unwavering. The same quality products and services you have come to expect from Larry Fry Heating and Cooling will continue under the new leadership of Kruger Climate Systems. You can still reach us at 605-224-9548 or email us at ryan@krugercontracting.com. Kruger Climate Systems, your certified Trane and Mitsubishi dealer in Central South Dakota.
As community bankers, BankWest employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose BankWest. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Did you know it is important for your child to see the dentist at the time their first tooth erupt? A healthy smile begins at birth, and there are many variables, from healthy eating habits to good oral hygiene and routine dental care. Hi, I am Dr. Michelle Hofer. At Missouri River Dentistry, we enjoy working with people of all ages. Dentistry is our profession, but people are our focus. I invite families to come experience an office that uses the latest techniques and equipment to be sure you receive that healthy and happy smile. To schedule your appointments for your family, call us at 223-2021. Kids love us, parents trust us.
Most of us already know that Gales Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gales Gas at 224-5518. That's Gales Gas at 224-5518.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back. The sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up all online. New or used, shop for it all online anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
And I'm joined by the head coach of the Brandon Valley Lynx girls basketball team, Mike. Sir, Mike, great to have you. And first question for you. Your team has been on an incredible run as of late. 8 consecutive wins after the opening loss to O'Gorman. What have you guys been doing right in that win streak, and what will it take in your mind to keep it going?
You know, I think it's just, a consistent, way that we want to play. We want to be physical. We want to get up and pressure teams. Play the way that we want to play. And I think girls are starting to buy into that. You have a team early in the season, you get tested right out of the gate by a great team, and you learn the stuff that, yes, you're good at, but there's some things you got to work on. And great to see some of those things get put into practice.
Absolutely. Now, this is the final game of a 5-game road stretch for you guys. You haven't played at home in nearly 3 weeks. So how do you keep your team from avoiding any kind of letdown and stay focused tonight?
The road is always, it's kind of a unique journey, but at the same time, those are some of the times the girls enjoy the most, being on the bus, being in the hotel, when we, make trips out to Rapid and that sort of thing. And so we just got to lean into that and, go into other teams' gyms and you bring your best. You're always going to get everybody's best in their home gym. And so just trying to match that effort and know that that's coming.
That's a good philosophy. Bring your best. Now, the offense has been on a heater lately. You guys have scored 70-plus in the last 2 games, and you haven't dipped below 50 since the start of the year. What are the players doing right on offense in your eyes?
Well, it all starts with our defense. And I know that's coach speak, and that's fine, but it really does. When we're able to get stops and get rebounds, we can run out and really attack the first 10 seconds of the shot clock when, defenses maybe aren't set and that sort of thing. And so that creates a few more possessions. And our team's done a great job of sharing it. We've got a couple kids that are averaging some pretty decent, points, but it's certainly not by themselves. We want to always average about 15 assists a game, and we're right around there. So that's really positive for our team.
Now, you're coming into this game with a 5-0 record versus Pierre in your coaching career, and your team, it seems, has always been able to come away with the win in crunch time in these games. What has worked in the past, and does that affect your approach tonight?
I don't know if it's 2 different teams every year.
Right.
We always play great games against Pierre, especially out here. It's a great environment to come into, and always a challenge, especially during the week to do that. They have great guards, and so do we. So it's kind of a matchup of strengths as far as that goes, and just trying to control what we can as far as our effort, our rotation, not letting people not get lost defensively, and then just trying to execute and play at their pace. With how they trap and change defenses, it's always a challenge with Coach Bebout and Coach Becker and their entire staff.
I'm excited to see how that matchup's going to work. And the last question for you, your team, like you mentioned, they know how tough playing in these environments can be. How does your team not let that get to them tonight?
Just being emotionally mature. That's hard sometimes for high school kids, but we've got a group that always tries to stay together. That's the thing that we talk about the most. So just trying to lean on each other, control what we can, let the chips fall where they may, and hopefully we make enough plays to come out on top. But again, it'll be a great contest, and a lot of respect for Pierre. And it's always a super competitive, physical game, and we expect nothing less tonight.
All right, appreciate the time, Coach. Looking forward to seeing what you guys can do tonight.
Awesome, thank you.
We'll be back in 3 minutes right here on KCCR, a Riverfront broadcasting station.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Capital City Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, and Pierre, where exceptional customer service meets an incredible inventory lineup. Looking for your dream car? Our expert team is here to guide you every step of the way. From dependable Fords to luxurious Lincolns and versatile Toyotas, we have something for every taste, need, and budget. Experience the difference with us today. Capital City Ford, Lincoln, and Toyota.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Becky Potsaba and State Farm Insurance are here to help you with your insurance and banking needs. State Farm's not just insurance. It's banking, investments, IRAs, loans, and a whole lot more. We offer guidance in a personal and caring way that helps you manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and find ways to control costs so you can realize your dreams. We know how life is, and we're here for you. Stop in to see Becky at 1315 East Wells Avenue in Pierre, or call Becky at 224-4173.
Welcome back to KCCR Radio. Dylan Simmons here, and I am joined by the head coach of the Pierre girls basketball team, Mr. Kirk Bebout. Great to have you back once again, Coach. For our first question, a quick turnaround this week coming off the Douglas win Tuesday night. Defensively, your team was terrific in that game, forcing 31 total turnovers. How do you guys replicate that tonight against a high-octane offense like Brandon Valley?
Yeah, it's going to be a totally different story. I mean, Brandon Valley is one of the best teams in the state, one of the best teams around. Douglas, obviously, struggling a little bit, but so I mean, I don't think it's a matter of trying to replicate that. I mean, we just want to do what we do, and I guess what we want to replicate is just the intensity and the effort and the togetherness on defense and offense.
All right, now for the second question, in the game against the Patriots, your team had 10 players who were able to get on the scoreboard. How important will it be for a lot of players to get involved scoring-wise tonight?
I mean, I think what's important is that everyone's a willing scorer. I mean, you can't really be out there. They play a zone, so they're gonna. If you have someone out there that doesn't want to score or is not looking to score or isn't gonna be a threat, then they're gonna make you pay for that. So more so than who's scoring or how the scoring gets distributed, it's everyone has to be a threat and be a willing scorer.
Now, I asked this question to Coach Kusser last week, but I think it's apropos here as well. How important will it be for your team to get off to a quick start against an offense like Brandon Valley?
Yeah, they can. They're a team that can put runs on you anytime, and you definitely don't want to try to start playing from behind. So, they really get out in transition. So the big key is getting back in transition and limiting to one shot, and because otherwise, if they're out in transition and getting second chances, then they're going to get off to a good start.
Now, Brandon Valley is an opponent that you guys have played some great games against over the years. Your team has been so close to getting some wins the past few years, just haven't been able to seal the deal late. How can that change tonight?
Well, I mean, we have to get there first. I mean, they're number 2 in the state for a reason. They have a ton of skilled players. They're as good as it gets. We're still building. We're still, trying to figure some things out. So I don't think our expectations are. I mean, we're always going to try to win. Like, we want to win. That's where we say we're going to compete. And when we say we're going to compete, we're going to win. But I don't know that the focus is on how we're going to
we got to get to the end of the game first and see where we're at. We're just focused on one play at a time and doing what we do as a team, and then we'll see what happens.
As far as execution is concerned, how important will it be for you guys to stay disciplined and execute tonight against Brandon Valley?
Yeah, that's really important. They they run their 2-3 zone, and they're really active in it with active hands. And if you're not really fundamental and using your pass fakes and moving the basketball and being crisp, then they're going to make you pay for that. So extremely important.
And the last question is, what is the mentality for the team tonight in your eyes?
Continued on the path that we're on. Just like I said, just having good attitudes and working together and doing the things that we do every day in practice to the best of our ability. And if we do that, then we can hold our heads high.
Excited to see how it plays out, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Right, thank you.
Way back in 3, you're listening to KCCR Radio, a Riverfront broadcasting station.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Ferding Electric and their team of electricians have been serving the electrical needs of Central South Dakota for over 60 years. For fast, dependable service, call Ferding Electric for free estimates. Commercial, residential, and farm wiring. You'll find a large selection of light bulbs, including the hard-to-find fluorescent bulbs. Ferding Electric at 2903 East Elizabeth Street in Pierre. They'll do the job right the first time. Call 605-224-8684. Ferding Electric, 605-224-8684.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
It's been told throughout the years that Santa loves milk and cookies.
Welcome back to Riggs High School. Dylan Simmons on the call with you tonight. We are winding down the final seconds before the Pierre Governors and the Brandon Valley Lynx do battle here in girls basketball action tonight. We're going to take a quick look at some players to watch for Pierre. Lennox Dupree and Emery Larson, the top 2 scorers on the team. Dupree came off the bench against Douglas on Tuesday night, but had a team-leading 21 points. Looking for her to have a big impact tonight. And then for Brandon Valley, it's Olivia Paget and Gracie Salter, also the 2 leading scorers for the Brandon Valley Lynx. Paget scoring a total, of 17.3 points per game on average, and Gracie Salter scoring 11 points per game on average. 2 great interior scorers. We're now going to send it courtside for opening ceremonies. We'll be right here.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we would ask you to all please rise and pay proper respect to our flag by removing the cover and placing your right hand over your heart. All of our veterans and out of uniform military personnel may salute the flag. And now the singing of our national anthem by a quartet of Riggs students. Juniors, Connor Lair, Jack Garrett, and Chloe Bowers, and senior, Mars Howdyshell.
Great work by some of the students here at TF Riggs High School in Pierre singing our national anthem. Now it's time to meet the starting lineups for both sides.
Jerry Michelson and Brandon Zolder. And now let's meet the ladies bringing the spirit for the green and white Governors, your Governor cheerleader.
Going to introduce the Governor's cheerleaders here first as always. Great to see. And a good crowd on hand tonight. One of the better ones we've seen so far this season. Everyone around here understands just how significant this matchup is. Pierre and Brandon Valley, although separated by more than 2 hours, there's still a lot that these two teams share in common and a lot of history that they've had take place over the years in matchups against each other. First up, Brandon Valley starters, and leading off, it's Ava Kellenberger. Number 5, Madison Giever, senior forward. Number 14, Amanda Lease, a senior guard. And there's Olivia Paget, one of our players to watch, the leading scorer on the team. And number 40, Gracie Salter, the junior forward, standing at 5'11", the tallest player on this Lynx squad. And now it's time to meet the Govs.
And now green and white on your feet.
Band on hand tonight, giving the Governors a nice welcome wagon. Lennox Dupree back in the starting lineup tonight. And look out for her tonight, folks. There's Emery Larson, one of the primary scorers from beyond the arc. Gracelyn Taylor, number 20, another effective player from 3. Grace Richter, number 23. And rounding it out is Addison Soma. That is your starters for the Pierre Governors girls basketball team here tonight. So it's Kellenberger, Giever, Paget, Salter for the Lynx, and it's Dupree, Larson, Taylor, Richter, and Soma for the Govs. It's just about time to get this show on the road. Want to thank our sponsor, Brittany Shufflebine, for the Brittany Shufflebine American Family Insurance Scoreboard. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Govs, Lynx, 2025. Ball tipped up in the air, and the tip is won by Pierre. Lennox Dupree gets her hands on the basketball, and here we go. Dupree has it back at the top of the key. She had 21 in the last game against Douglas. That pass is going to be taken away. Right on top of it is Kellenberger, and she goes down the other end and loses the ball, but it was last touched by a Governor, so an inbound pass coming up for the Lynx. Brandon Valley averaging 52.2 points per game. One of the best offenses in AA right now, and they score a lot. Inside, that shot no good. Offensive rebound, pass back out is collected by Giever, trying to fight through the wrestle for the ball, and a jump ball called. And possession will be awarded to Brandon Valley. Brandon Valley has scored 70-plus points in their last 2 games. But again, they haven't met a defense quite like Pierre in that stretch. Inbound pass is going to be taken away. Great work by Addison Soma to get a hand on it. And now the fast break for the Govs. Larson turns around, just got it off. Trying to collect it is Richter, and she finally does after a bit of a wrestling match. Dupree's got it at the top. Dupree goes over to Gracelyn Taylor. Pass inside, just found its way. And a bounce pass is going to be stripped away by the Lynx, Inside, that shot no good from Olivia Paget. Offensive rebound, or rather rebound by the Governors. Here's Larson, mid-range J, no good. And the Lynx collect it once more. Rebound taken by Madison Giever. Now the Lynx go back to work. Olivia Paget with a bounce pass to Kellenberger. Kellenberger finds Salter. Salter guarded by Richter inside. Great cut, and a foul is going to be committed on Ava Kellenberger as she made her way to the basket. We'll wait for the official call, and it is going to be a foul against Addison Soma, her first. So Soma gets the foul call, and Ava Kellenberger makes her way to the charity stripe. 6:45 remaining here in the first quarter. Kellenberger misses the first one off the back of the iron. Kellenberger averages 9.2 points per game. Junior guard, and all the starters for Brandon Valley are either juniors or seniors, so definitely not a lack of veteranosity. And the second free throw just rattles in, and Brandon Valley takes the 1-0 lead. So Kellenberger and the Lynx on the board first. Full court press, and the pass is stripped away from Grace Richter. But it goes right back to the Govs. That shot is going to rattle in and out for Graceland Taylor as the Governors just got the interception. Now on the other end, a kicked ball by Lennox Dupree to prevent the transition offense from the Lynx. And that was a very aware play by Lennox Dupree to get after the basketball and kind of get a leg out there just to make sure that it didn't get past her. And the Govs didn't give up easy points. Salter's got it. Gracie Salter near the baseline, guarded by Richter. Bobbles the basketball, got it back, is able to just find somebody. Now an open man outside. Three-point shot is good from Amanda Lease. And she'll lease her way to a three-point shot. Brandon Valley on top 4-0. 6:09 to go in the first quarter. Full court press by the Lynx. Governors back on the move. Dupree looking for a screen, lost the ball, but it was last touched by Ava Kellenberger, and Pierre will have an inbound pass. So far, it's been tough sledding for this Pierre offense, and remember, the Brandon Valley defense has been superb, averaging just 37.2 points per game given up, and that pass got tipped away. Last touch by a Lynx player. I believe that was Kellenberger who last got a hand on it. So an inbound pass on the way for the Govs. 5:53 to go in the first quarter. And a timeout's going to be taken by Brandon Valley, so we'll take one as well. Lynx up 4-0. We'll be right back here on KCCR Radio N1. You're listening to KCCR High School Basketball.
Larry Fry Heating and Cooling has a new name. Kruger Climate Systems has acquired Larry Fry Heating and Cooling, but it's still the same great service. Your friend Larry Fry is still a manager, and his dedication to providing you with outstanding service remains unwavering. The same quality products and services you have come to expect from Larry Fry Heating and Cooling will continue under the new leadership of Kruger Climate Systems. You can still reach us at 605-224-9548 or email us at ryan@krugercontracting.com. Kruger Climate Systems, your certified Trane and Mitsubishi dealer in Central South Dakota.
As community bankers, Bank West employees are deeply committed to supporting local causes, growing the local economy, and creating local opportunities. At a time when you can bank anywhere, we hope you choose Bank West. We'll be your financial partner for the long haul, helping you and your community achieve financial success. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Pierre Governors Basketball on KCCR. Girls team in action tonight, down 4-0 to the Brandon Valley Lynx, or rather 4-2, I should say. Lennox Dupree was able to score a basket during the break. Action already in progress here at Riggs High School. Now it's the Lynx looking for a response. Kellenberger inside, shot no good. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Grace Richter. So Brandon Valley will retain possession. Dupree able to get a shot up for Pierre. 5:17 to go in the first quarter. Been a pretty defensively dominated game so far. Kellenberger with the ball, in the post, hop, step, shot, good. Great work by Ava Kellenberger on that short shot. Makes it 6-2 Brandon Valley. Now Pierre in transition. To the outside, Dupree, three, yes sir! Lennox Dupree from downtown has made it a one-point game. 6-5, and now Brandon Valley with the basketball once more. 4:52 to go in the first quarter. Here come the Lynx, trying to find something. Kellenberger, double team, that goes out of bounds. Last touched by Graceland Taylor. And an inbound pass on the way for the Govs. Here averaging 49 points per game scored. They give up an average of 50 points per game. The offense has been great the last few games. They've scored 60 plus in 3 of the last 5. Salter has it stripped away. Lennox Dupree's all over it. Fast break up ahead to Larson. Can't collect it. Out of bounds she goes. Another turnover. And the Lynx will take possession once more. But both teams employing the full court press early on, as you might expect. When you got defenses that thrive on turnovers like these two, you can kind of expect that to happen. Now we'll see what can be done by the Lynx. Back to the top, taken up by Amanda Lease. Inside, Taylor, shot, no good, or Salter rather. She got fouled on her way up though, and that will send Gracie Salter to the free throw line. Gracie Salter, a junior forward out of Brandon, South Dakota. 11 points per game. She also leads the team in rebounds with 8.2 per game. Definitely an effective star in many facets. First free throw goes in, and Gracie Salter's on the board for the first time tonight. 7-5 for the Lynx. 4:15 to go in the first quarter. And free throw number 2 rattles home for Gracie Salter. A lot of Graces and Gracies and Gracelyn's tonight, so I apologize if I get names mixed up. Larson's open for 3 in transition, and boom! Emery Larson ties the game at 8. Excuse me, on the other end, corner 3, no good by the Lynx. Rebound by Salter, bounce pass inside, shot good. Madison Geaver right there, Johnny on the spot, makes it 10-8 for the Lynx, 3:46 to go in the first quarter. Now the ball collected by the Govs. Larson goes back to Gracelyn Taylor. Inside Soma, finds Richter. Dupree makes the move in the post, past defenders, that pass intercepted. Taken away by Salter, fast break for the Lynx, wide open inside, and scoring is Olivia Paget, her first points of the game. 12-8 Brandon Valley, 3:20 to go in this first quarter. Back and forth we go at Riggs High School. Larson just collects it. In the corner, trapped, and that pass is taken away. Great defense by the Lynx, but even better defense by the Govs. Grace Richter inside, almost got fouled, stuck with the ball, gets it over to Taylor inside, and she scores. Gracelyn Taylor right there, and the Governors hanging tough with the 8-1 Brandon Valley Lynx. 2:57 to go in the first quarter. We're going to stick with the action right here as the Pierre Governors are taking it to Brandon Valley so far. Dylan Simmons on the call here in KCCR, Riverfront Broadcasting Station. It's been an interesting game so far. Both teams showing their stuff to the highest end, and we can only hope for this kind of closely contested game. We are getting it, and then some. Pierre's led in scoring so far by Lennox Dupree, who has 5 total points. Brandon Valley already has 5 different scorers. Each of their 5 starters has already scored in this game. As you hear the band in the background, playing their tune and doing a great job as always. Brandon Valley will start with the basketball here. Apologies, folks. Wrong mute button. Inbound pass for the Lynx. Full court press by the Govs, but up ahead and wide open. Salter now inside. That shot's blocked. Trying to go up with the shot. And now Pierre's got the basketball again. Dupree. Guarded by Reese Condon. Inside shot. No good. It just rattled out. Now the Lynx go back to work. Olivia Paget from the top. Wide open inside. Turnaround shot is good. What a shot by Julia Ask as she had to make a nifty move but found her way through. Now 14-10 Brandon Valley. Larson has it go over her head. It was tipped as Lennox Dupree was trying to get it in the corner. 2:17 to go in the first quarter. Gracelyn Taylor to inbound. Taylor finds Dupree, and that pass taken away. Paget's all over it. Paget, shot, floater, no good, and the rebound by the Lynx. And another strip and take away by the Governor, Taylor inside to Larson, mid-range jumper, yes. Emery Larson's got 5, and it's a 2-point game once more. Shot is no good inside opposite end, and a foul's committed, a push foul on the Lynx. Great work by Lennox Dupree to pursue that rebound. Julia Ask was trying to take the ball away, and Dupree would have none of it. 1:58 to go in the first quarter. Exciting game so far, and we are far from done. Here's Grace Richter. Richter with a bounce pass. Finds Taylor. Larson cannot collect it. Taylor was trying to get it to Larson near the baseline, and she just couldn't hold on to the basketball. Ended up having it go through her hands, and it remains a 2-point game. So here comes London Geaver, who's just checked in the game, as have a few different Lynx players, and a double dribble by Gracie Salter. As she was near the half-court line, she was trying to get the ball out. Just took one too many steps. Score remaining at 14-12. Here's the inbound pass for the Govs. Lennox Dupree is going to conduct this offense and go back to work. One of the few times they haven't had to face a full court press in this game. Richter stops on a dime, finds Taylor. Taylor inside to Soma. Soma back to Richter. Open, Larson, three, had it tipped, but it still goes in. Whoa, Emery Larson gets the lucky bounce, and Pierre takes the lead, 15-14, Larson's second three. Opposite end shot, no good here, out of bounds it goes. Last touch by Larson, and the Lynx will retain possession. That shot from Reese Condon, no good. Substitutions for Brandon Valley. Madison Geaver checks back in the game, as does Amanda Lease. And Pierre's also going to send in Molly Olson for the first time tonight. 15-14 Pierre lead. Paget open. Paget guarded by Larson. Makes a move in the post. Floaters up. No good off the front of the iron. Rebound is finally collected by Olson, and she gets it out to Taylor. Lennox Dupree with the fast break is fouled. Looks like a reach-in foul. And the Governors will get an inbound pass from the side. Foul goes against Reese Condon, it looks like. Her first of the game. 47 seconds to go in the first quarter. Olson finds Richter, goes back to Dupree. Inside, Olson's open from the free throw line. No good off the iron, and the rebound by Geaver. London Geaver, that is. Both the Geaver sisters in the game. Paget, move, shot. No good on the mid-range J, and Dupree with the rebound. Fast break for the Governors. Dupree stops near the half-court line with 23 seconds to go in the first quarter. Dupree finds Richter. Grace Richter goes back to Dupree. Dupree being guarded by Reese Condon. Dupree looking for a screen, instead just gives it off to Gracelyn Taylor. Larson with 7 seconds, tries to find Dupree, does, corner three, no good. Ball on the ground, taken away by Paget. Last chance to dance, mid-range shot, or half-court shot, I should say, no good. And that will do it for an exciting first quarter. Your Governors on top 15-14 after one. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and be right back. You're listening to Governors Basketball on KCCR.
Has it been years since you've been to the dentist? Are you afraid to see a dentist? If so, you are among many people who feel this way. Hi, I am Dr. Michelle Hofer of Missouri River Dentistry. At our office, we pride ourselves as an office that uses a personal touch to offer gentle dentistry, tailored to fit each patient's needs. We do so by utilizing state-of-the-art equipment and methods which allow the patients to feel comfortable. So whether it has been many years or 6 months since your last dental visit, your oral health is important. We invite you to call us at Missouri River Dentistry, 223-2021, 223-2021.
Most of us already know that Gale's Gas of Pierre is the place to call for propane. They offer an automatic fill plan so you never have to worry about running out of propane. They accept debit and credit payments or a budget payment plan to spread out the cost throughout the year so you never have surprises when you get your bill. For delivery, convenience, and great customer service, call Gale's Gas at 224-5518. That's Gale's Gas at 224-5518.
Welcome back to Riggs High School. Dylan Simmons on the call with you this evening. Pierre on top 15-14 over the Brandon Valley Lynx. There's the scoreboard, or rather the picture back for you. And it was an exciting first quarter. Pierre, without a doubt, this is their toughest point in the schedule. They have a lot on their plate in the next few weeks when you consider who they've got to play. As we get ready to start the second quarter, Emery Larson with the basketball. And the Governors go back to work offensively. Larson lost the ball for a second, and it's taken away by the Lynx. Now here we go. Lynx with the ball once more. That shot up and no good. Rebound is collected by Dupree. Fast break inside. Richter fakes out the defender, cannot get the shot to go. Got the unlucky roll right at the iron. And the possession will be taken by the Lynx. Talk about a bad break. She was wide open, tried everything in her power to get that shot to go in, but it would not. Now here comes Brandon Valley on the opposite end. Paget with the ball. Paget gets it out. That pass goes out of bounds and last touched by Ava Kellenberger. Pierre takes over. So Pierre's next three opponents have a combined record of 24-3, including Brandon Valley. They have Aberdeen Central coming up on Tuesday. That's their next game. Then it's O'Gorman after that on the road. 3-point shot is up. Graceland Taylor can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Paget. Fast break. Stops top of the key and has a foul called against Grace Richter, and she does not agree, and neither do the Governors fans. Reach-in foul is the call. That's going to be the first for Grace Richter tonight. Looked to be pretty minimal, but the call was made regardless. 7:05 to go in the second quarter. 15-14, Governors on top. Lease able to find Kellenberger. Double team for a moment. Goes inside to Salter, and she traveled. That's the second time that it's either been a double dribble or a travel, for Gracie Salter on a possession. Another turnover for Brandon Valley, and the basketball back for Pierre. Olsen inbounds it to Dupree, and the Governors offense trying to do the job here. Inside, Olsen has her shot blocked from behind. Great defense by Paget to get her hand on it. And now on the opposite end, it's Kellenberger to Salter. Salter in a crowd, able to find Paget. Paget inside is fouled by Olsen, and that will send Olivia Paget to the free throw line for 2. 6:36 to go here in the second quarter. And Paget looking to put her name back on the score sheet. We've mentioned her a lot tonight, but the Bears repeating just how good she can be as she misses the first free throw. So Brandon Valley can only tie, but Paget, high scorer on the team, 17.3 points per game, 3.1 rebounds per game, and she does make the second. She's been somewhat quiet tonight, just 3 points in total, but the game is now tied at 15 apiece. Now it's Pierre's turn. Here's Richter, trying to atone for that foul, goes to Olsen, bounce pass is taken away. All over it that time was Amanda Lease. Now Paget on the hop, floaters up, off the glass, no good. Foul's called, and it's an offensive foul. Molly Olsen hung in there to the last moment and forced the offensive charge on Paget. And possession goes to the Govs. As Olsen's going to check out, they're going to send in Addison Soma, Will Pierre. Kirk Bebout, I'm sure, liking what he's seen from Molly Olsen, and she's all fired up about it. Not usually a starter, but she showed a starter-like mentality on that play. Very well done on the charge. Lennox Dupree goes to Larson. Here back to work. Larson guarded by Kellenberger. Ball goes out of bounds right towards the students section. And I'm not sure what the theme is tonight. See some different costumes. I saw doctors earlier on as students, but not sure if there is a theme tonight, maybe. That goes all the way back to Richter on the outside. She's near the logo. Richter bounce pass inside. Soma finds Dupree, a long-range three. No good, and the rebound taken by Lease. London Geaver check it. Geaver goes over to Kellenberger on the opposite end. Kellenberger, bounce pass to Geaver, wide open, three-point shot. Madison Geaver, no good. Rebounded by Salter. Salter turns around, shoots, fires, and scores. Gracie Salter now with 4. Brandon Valley retakes the lead, make it 17-5 Lynx with 5:26 to go in the second. Long-range three is no good from Graceland Taylor. And she kind of hung her head in shame after that one. Just kind of forced that shot early on, tried to rely on the three maybe a little too much, and the Govs are meant to pay. Now Brandon Valley's got the ball once more, falling down and losing the basketball. Fast break for Pierre. Here comes Taylor. Fakes out the defender. She cannot score. Larson can't get the rebound. Rebound instead taken by Salter. And Salter gets it back out. Geaver inside. Shot is no good. Offensive rebound. Shot goes in this time for Madison Geaver. And a 4-point Brandon Valley lead thanks to the offensive board by Madison Geaver made all the difference. Soma travels near the free throw line. Another turnover by Pierre, and the mistakes are starting to pile up here in the second quarter with 4:44 to go in the half. Kirk Bebout leading the Governors as Olsen will check in his 5th season as the head coach, a 58-39 record. Former coach at Hamlin, he led their boys team to a heck of a run for many years and has brought that winning mentality here to the capital city. Shot up, no good. Dupree gets the rebound after the missed shot by Kellenberger. And Dupree fouled on her way toward the basket. She was blazing down the middle part of the court, and that will lead to an inbound pass for Pierre. Foul goes against London Geaver. That'll be her first of the game. Not too much foul trouble for both teams so far, but there are a couple players on each side with 2 fouls. That's something maybe to keep an eye on. Richter finds Larson. Larson in one-on-one. Goes back to Richter. Larson's got it. Thought about the 3, and she traveled. Took one too many steps, and that little bit of a hesitation to pull the shot up on the 3-pointer ended up costing her. A turnover for Pierre, and that's been a recurring trend in the second quarter. These are mistakes you just can't afford against this good of a team. Thankfully, it hasn't affected Pierre too much on the scoreboard, but that could change. Kellenberger from the far corner, bounce pass towards Salter, or rather Geaver just able to collect it. Madison Geaver goes back to the top. Now Kellenberger's got it again. Back to Geaver. Geaver, guarded by Olsen, goes cross court, and a great read and an interception by Grace Richter. Fast break and transition for Pierre. Dupree, floater, foul, no good, but Lennox Dupree will head to the free throw line. Dupree, the senior, coming off her 21-point night against Douglas, and she's got a chance to get her 6th and 7th points of the game right here. She is so sensational, especially on the run, that it makes it hard for any defense to deal with her as she misses that one off the back of the iron. And 3 substitutes in for the Lynx as Julia Ask checks in, so does Reese Condon. And Evie Hoff in for the first time tonight. So free throw number 2 on the way for Dupree, and she missed them both, and the rebound is immediately taken by Salter. Missed opportunity for Pierre once more. Reese Condon's got it. Condon, guarded by Larson, gets the ball back, finds an open player, 3-point shot, Amanda Lease, no good, and the rebound is put in by Gracie Salter. 21-15, Brandon Valley extends the lead to 6, their biggest lead of the night. Dupree with a bounce pass to Olsen, left wing. Olsen able to find Soma. Soma in the post, lost the basketball again. Another turnover, Lease on the other end, trying to go coast to coast, and that was all ball. What a great play by Lennox Dupree on the defensive side. The Lynx will retain possession, but Dupree able to block that shot in its entirety. 3:14 to go in this second quarter. Inbound pass for the Lynx. And a reach and foul by Olsen, just getting a little too aggressive on Evie Hoff that time. Inbound pass on the way for Brandon Valley, trying to move to 9-1 on the season are the Lynx. Get their 9th consecutive victory. Only beaten out in the standings by O'Gorman and Stevens, as that is poked away by Dupree. Lease had the basketball but lost it. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Lynx will once again retain possession. Brandon Valley coming off a 19-5 season a year ago, 14-3 in AA. And got all the way to the championship game. 3-point shot up and no good here from Hoff, but the offensive rebound again by the Lynx, and a 3-point shot on the way for Lease, no good. And the ball out of bounds. Who last touched it? It was the Lynx. Olsen pursued it. Lease last touched it. Kirk Bebout signaled from the sideline that it was out, and he'll take a timeout. And so will we. 2:55 to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back in 1 minute. You're listening to high school basketball right here on KCCR.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back. The sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good, solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Looking for your next new or used car, truck, or SUV? Then go no further than the comfort of your own home. Shop online at lambmotor.com. On lambmotor.com, you'll find the vehicles Lambs has in stock. You can schedule a test drive or your vehicle's next tune-up, all online. New or used, shop for it all online, anywhere you are. Lamb Motor has the right vehicle for you. Lamb Motor in Oneida and online, lambmotor.com.
Welcome back to Governors Basketball on KCCR. Dylan Simmons on the call with you. 2:52 to go here in the first half. The Governor girls down 21-15 to Brandon Valley, but it's been a fun one so far, and we're far from done. Olsen inside to Dupree, puts up a shot and gets fouled. Lennox Dupree doing what she does best, forcing contact in the post and getting to the free throw line. She's got a chance to add some more points right here and cut into the 6-point Brandon Valley deficit. Largest lead for the Lynx so far tonight. First free throw is off the iron. That's 3 straight misses for Lennox Dupree on the free throw line. Free throw number 2 on the way here. Dupree in a bit of a drought from the free throw line, trying to change that. And she does make the second. Dupree now with 6 on the night, and it's a 21-16 game, but the Lynx are wasting no time. Here's Hoff, inside, wide open. Lease off the glass scores. Amanda Lease able to make it 23-16. She was wide open in transition. Pierre busted that coverage and was nowhere to be seen when Lease had the basketball. Richter inside, thought about the shot, instead goes to Dupree. Turnaround shot is up, no good, and the rebound is taken by Giever. Lynx with a 7-point lead. Here's Grace E. Salter. Now Reese Condon's got it. Condon from the top. Goes off of Larson, goes to Lease, left side. Lease, double team, instead goes back to Condon. Condon goes across the court, inside Paget, able to find an open player. It's Salter. Now a step back shot is up and no good from Lease. Offensive rebound by Salter, off the rim, no good. Rebound inside by Condon, kicks it back out. Lease goes to Giever, and now Olsen in a wrestling match, and a travel's going to be called on Madison Giever. My voice couldn't keep up with all that excitement, and it was exciting. Pierre finally takes the basketball back after that 5-minute wrestling match in the post. Oh, what a war of attrition that was from both sides on offense and defense. Now it's Richter with the ball, finds Dupree. Dupree to an open Olsen, corner, yes! Molly Olsen on the scoreboard. She's got a shot from downtown, and it's back to a 4-point Lynx lead. And Molly Olsen showing she's a strong Link on this team. Shot is up and good from Gracie Salter on the opposite end. Fast break works out for the Lynx, 25-19, and just like that, they silence the comeback attempt for just a moment. 1:01 to go in the first half. Here with the ball, Dupree finds Larson, puts up a 3, yes! Whoa! What a shot from Emery Larson. Just kind of heaved it up that time, and a Hail Mary shot found its mark. Salter, or rather Giever, inside, wide open. She scores, good cut to the basket, and all of a sudden it's a scoring explosion here at the end of the first half. 27-22 Lynx. Here trying to find an answer. And just collected by Larson. She's double teamed, goes back to Soma. Soma to Richter. 26 seconds to go, another long-range 3. Oh, it's in! Emery Larson is absolutely in fuego from downtown. 27-25, 15 seconds to go here in the first half. Lynx with the ball, Madison Giever from the top. Guarded by Soma, 8 seconds to go. Lease in the post, gets double team, puts up a shot, no good. Ball is collected by Richter with 2 seconds, and that will put an end to the first half. What an exhilarating first half it was, and what a finish by Emery Larson. 2 straight back-to-back miracle threes and a 14-point first half for her. Pierre down 27-25 to Brandon Valley, but they are fighting hard with one of the best teams in AA, and we are far from over. We'll take a 3-minute timeout and be right back with your Pierre Governor Basketball halftime show right here on KCCR, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back at 3.
No one likes to have electrical problems, but when they happen, call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. With over 28 years of experience, Todd's Electric can handle any type of electrical problem, whether it's residential, commercial, or agricultural. Their knowledgeable staff knows and understands the importance of your home, business, or ag facility and are prepared to help. Call Todd's Electric at 223-2518. That's 223-2518. Todd's Electric, serving the Pierre and Fort Pierre areas. The line to power.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Your Pierre area Edward Jones financial advisors understand this. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Governor Athletics on KCCR. Go Govs! For all your investment needs, call or stop by one of our offices to visit with your Pierre area Edward Jones financial advisor. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey you. Are you at a job that is fulfilling, has good benefits to support you or a family today, and retirement goes down the road? If you just said no, listen up. CHS River Plains is hiring operations personnel, drivers, and custom applicators at several locations. These come with a knockout affordable benefit package for you and the whole family. Apply to a job with CHS River Plains and up your benefits straight up. To apply, visit us online at chsriverplains.com or stop in at one of our locations. CHS is an equal opportunity employer.
Rev up your drive with Capital City Ford in Pierre. Dive into our impressive lineup of Ford vehicles, from sleek sedans to robust trucks. At Capital City Ford, we're not just about selling cars, we're about crafting exceptional experiences. Our knowledgeable staff is here to assist you in finding the perfect Ford that suits your lifestyle and budget. Visit us today and let us evaluate your driving experience with Capital City Ford.
Building a home. It's the biggest investment most of us make in a lifetime. Not to mention, it's a decision that, well, you pretty much live with day and night. The quality of the workmanship stares back at you like a reflection. It also affects the value of your investment. Choosing the right contractor is critical. Kruger Contracting is that contractor. Call 222-2523. Quality workmanship and materials completed on time. Kruger Contracting. In a word, quality. Call 222-2523.
Becky Potsaba and State Farm Insurance are here to help you with your insurance and banking needs. State Farm's not just insurance. It's banking, investments, IRAs, loans, and a whole lot more. We offer guidance in a personal and caring way that helps you manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and find ways to control costs so you can realize your dreams. We know how life is, and we're here for you. Stop in to see Becky at 1315 East Wells Avenue in Pierre, or call Becky at 224-4173.
Welcome back here on KCCR Sports. Dylan Simmons on the call with you tonight, and we've got some girls basketball action. We are now at the half between the Brandon Valley Lynx and your Pierre Governors, 27-25. The Lynx on top, and as you can hear, the band is playing a nice tune for us here at the half. Well, let's go over some halftime stats, and it was really the first half, at least on the Pierre side, of Emery Larson. She had a phenomenal finish to the second quarter. She had 4 total threes in that first half to get 14 total points. It was an absolutely exceptional half of basketball from number 11, as we've come to expect from the sharpshooter from beyond the arc. Lennox Dufresne also had 6, Gracelyn Taylor had 2, and Molly Olson had a single 3-point shot in that first half. So 4 players for Pierre actually were able to get on the board in that first half, more than, or rather less than you'd think, but it was still enough, at least from what they were able to do, to keep with Brandon Valley, who had their own effective scores in that first half. Lynx were led by Gracie Salter's interior presence. She had 8 total points. Amanda Lease had 5. Madison Geaver had 6. Ava Kellenberger had 3. And Julia Ask had a single shot in that first half go in for the Brandon Valley Lynx. Brandon Valley trying to get to 9-1 on the season, trying to also improve their ranking in South Dakota. They're currently ranked 7th in the state overall, and that's including teams from every division, folks. So needless to say, they're very good. Ranked number 2 in Division A right now, even above undefeated, or rather one-loss Stevens. So that just tells you how much the coaches and those in charge of the polls think of them. And again, Brandon Valley in the midst of an 8-game winning streak, but Pierre's been able to hang with them all night long and make life tough. We knew that this game could very well be close, and it's living up to that moniker as it has the last 4 years. If you didn't join us at the top of the broadcast, I did mention that in the last 4 years, this game has come down to the final minutes, and it's always ended with no more than single digits deciding the outcome of the game. So it looks like we might be in store for another one tonight. But Brandon Valley has not lost to Pierre in the last 6 games, and you have to go back to 2018 to find a Governor's win over the Lynx. Even in that famed 20-win season back in 2022 and 23, Pierre still could not beat Brandon Valley. But maybe tonight is the night to change that and solidify themselves in the race for the SODAC 16 and a high seed in the state tournament. Only time will tell on that front. Remember that the Govs have scored 50-plus points in the last 3 games, and they're on pace to do that once again, although it's not going to be easy with how Brandon Valley has been playing defense. We will see, though, if Pierre's going to be able to keep the trend going or if the Lynx can lock down on defense. Lynx are already back on the court. As you can see, they made it out about a minute ago, so they're already back out on the hardwood, ready to finish the job that they started. But they're in a dogfight right now with the Governors, and only one of these teams is going to come away from this one with the ultimate prize. Brandon Valley will be really back in action pretty soon as they'll take on Aberdeen Central this Saturday. That's going to be game number 5 for them in 11 days. Pierre will also play Aberdeen Central for their next game, but that is going to be Tuesday as the final game of a 3-game homestand. We'll have that game right here on KCCR. We're going to take one more 3-minute timeout. When we come back, we will have second half action between the Brandon Valley Lynx and your Pierre Governors right here on KCCR Sports. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 3.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Ferding Electric and their team of electricians have been serving the electrical needs of Central South Dakota for over 60 years. For fast, dependable service, call Ferding Electric for free estimates. Commercial, residential, and farm wiring. You'll find a large selection of light bulbs, including the hard-to-find fluorescent bulbs. Ferding Electric at 2903 East Elizabeth Street in Pierre. They'll do the job right the first time. Call 605-224-8684. Ferding Electric, 605-224-8684.
People helping people.
Have you ever wondered what the benefits are of becoming a Owyhee Federal Credit Union member? At Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we reinvest profits in you. We do this in the form of lower interest rates, higher dividends, and low to no fees. So come check us out or come in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre, because at Owyhee Federal Credit Union, we treat our members like they own the place because, well, they do.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
At Shane's Pharmacy, your health care is important, and Shane wants to be the pharmacist to take care of you. Shane's Pharmacy will make sure your prescriptions are filled in a timely manner, they will answer your questions, and they will even deliver to your home or office. Call 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy, the pharmacy you know and trust. The number again is 223-9200. Shane's Pharmacy in Fort Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
It's been told throughout the years that Santa loves milk and cookies. Well, we're not Santa, and we're skipping the milk. Join the Holiday Inn Express, American, My Place Hotel, Dakota Prairie Bank, and Shane's Pharmacy for cookies and cocktails tonight from 4 to 7. Food and specialty drinks will be served at each location. It's a night full of Christmas cheer and goodwill. Bring a package of cookies for the pars or homemade cookies for delivery to the senior center. So get in the holiday spirits with cookies and cocktails tonight at the Teton Island Businesses in Fort Pierre.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Welcome back here on KCCR Radio and on the KCCR Sports YouTube page. I'm Dylan Simmons on the call, and it's time for second half girls basketball action between the Brandon Valley Lynx and your Pierre Governors. 27-25 Lynx on top, Governors with the basketball, and there's Emery Larson, who had 14 sensational first half points from beyond the arc. 8-game win streak on the line for Brandon Valley. Pierre trying to win their first game against Brandon Valley since 2018. That shot no good from Dupree. Rebound is wrestled away from Soma by Gracie Salter, and here come the Lynx. Salter on the other end finds Amanda Lease. Lease is fouled by Graceland Taylor. It's a slight push foul, and that's going to be Taylor's second, if I'm not mistaken. And that will lead to an inbound pass with 7:35 to go here in this third quarter. So the Lynx go back to work. Olivia Paget trying to go right through Graceland Taylor from the top. Goes to the left side, left wing, over to Kellenberger. Kellenberger finds Salter. Salter inside, wide open. Kellenberger underneath the basket, no good. And the rebound by Emery Larson, excuse me. Good work by Lennox Dupree to tip that ball to her. Now Dupree finds Larson. She was on fire to end the first half. Could she get the basketball here? Dupree instead goes to Soma. She's open for three. Can't knock it down. Trying to get the rebound was Dupree. Instead, it goes to Giever. Now a fast break. Inside pass. Salter on the hop. Shot's good. The leading scorer for Brandon Valley is on the scoreboard in the second half now as well. 29-25 Lynx and 10 points for Gracie Salter. Here's Grace Richter from the right wing. Guarded by Elise. Bounce pass to Larson. Floaters up. No good. Gets her own rebound. Kicks it out. Lennox Dupree for three. Lennox Dupree answers from downtown. It's 29-28. Brandon Valley, and another three-point shot for the Governors. They've been excelling at those tonight. Salter, guarded by Richter. Top of the post. Tries to get it out and does to Paget just barely. He was able to stay in bounds, pass it out, Lease. Now she takes a three-point shot, can't get it to fall. Salter the rebound, and she scores. Gracie Salter has been sensational from underneath the basket, and Pierre has had no answer for her offensive rebounding. And boy, a miscommunication there. Emery Larson just went right over the head of Grace Richter that time and threw it right out of bounds. So that is a costly turnover for Pierre, and now Brandon Valley up by three with the basketball once more. Lynx go back to work. Open is Kellenberger. That pass is taken away. Great defense by Larson, and the ball tipped to Graceland Taylor. Now Larson's got it. Larson with a bounce pass to Richter. Richter from the left side. Near the half-court line, has an open player. Shots up. Taylor no good. And the rebound somehow is going to bounce back to Taylor inside to Dupree. Fighting through contact. Can't hold on to the ball. And whoa, it's stripped right out of the air by Grace Richter. What a steal that was. This game just continues to excite and amaze. What great defense by Richter. That ball out of bounds. Last touch by Olivia Paget. And Pierre will get the ball back. Everybody kind of sitting on pins and needles. There's a lot of nervous energy on both sides right now, but also excitement to see where this game's going to go next. 5:08 to go in this third quarter. Open, Dupree. Almost lost it, got it back inside. Taylor, mid-range jumper, no good. And Gracie Salter fighting for the rebound, finally is able to get possession as a foul is committed by Graceland Taylor. So Taylor now with her second of the game, second in the third quarter as well. Inbound pass on the way for the Lynx. Paget running up the floor, has an open Lease. Lease inside. Giever had the ball poked away by Richter. Instead, it bounces back to Lease. Paget, almost a backcourt violation, just stays in the front court. Has a wide open Kellenberger. Three-point shot is no good. Rebound taken by Dupree. Fast break for the Govs. Three-point game, 4:34 to go in the third quarter. Soma tried to get it to Taylor, instead it's stripped away by Paget. Now a pass over the head of Ava Kellenberger on the opposite end. We'll give the ball back to Pierre, Inbound pass on the way for the Govs. In what has been a sensational third quarter and really a sensational game period. Now we'll see if Pierre can answer the call. Here come the Govs. Inside, Dupree's got it. Dupree, open outside. Three-point shot to tie is no good. A scrum for the rebound. Trying to land on top of it was Graceland Taylor. Jump ball called, and possession will be awarded to the Lynx. So Pierre thought initially that they may get possession. They did not. Substitutions in for Brandon Valley. Reese Condon in. Checking in as well is London Geaver. And Julia Ask, number 52. Well, Ask and you shall receive. Let's see what the offense can do for Brandon Valley this time. Here's Paget. Open inside to Ask. Ask trying to go to Salter. Finds her. Salter off the rim. No good. Rebound taken by Ask. No good on the turnaround. Salter again. Still no good. Gets her own rebound again and finally gets it to go home. 33-28 Brandon Valley. And again, the offensive rebounding by Gracie Salter has been something that Pierre has not been able to do anything with. It's been indefensible so far. Wide open is Dupree, and she gets the easy mid-range jumper to go. Back to a one-possession game, 33-30 Brandon Valley. 3:24 to go in the third. Now the Lynx will go back to work. Paget from the left side, and a reach-in foul is committed by Graceland Taylor. That's her third of the third quarter, and she cannot get out of her own way with fouls in this third period so far. She could be in some foul trouble soon. We'll see what Kirk Bebout wants to do. Not looking for a substitution yet, so he'll keep his player in. Paget looking for a screen, gets it. Now Paget inside, on the hop, shots no good, and a great defensive possession by Pierre. Wide open on the fast break, and no, Grace Richter couldn't get the shot to go, but what a play by Taylor. Gets it back out to Larson on the steal. Great turnover forced by Pierre. Graceland Taylor now, Larson, open for three, no good, can't get it. Richter fights for the rebound, falls down and gets fouled. What a warrior that Grace Richter is in this third quarter, especially on that play. Falling away, still able to get a hand on the basketball and keep it for the Govs. That's the kind of offensive rebounding that Pierre needs to see more of in this third period. Richter's got it from the top. Has an open player, it's Taylor for three to tie, yes! Graceland Taylor answers that call. It's all tied up at 33 apiece. Now on the opposite end, ball on the ground. Foul committed, Pierre basketball. Molly Olson and company got a hand on it, and this game is reaching even greater heights. We'll see a new player check in here for the Lynx. It's going to be Ava Kellenberger checking in for Amanda Lease. And right now, Pierre has a chance to take their first lead of the second half. Brandon Valley's been in control for the most part, but the Governors have a chance to spoil the party. Olson goes cross court, able to find Olson. Olson gets it back. Olson gets fouled on her way up, and Molly Olson will head to the free throw line. She went across the court to Larson, got the ball back, and immediately went to the hoop and just about scored it and got the and one. Now a chance for Pierre to take the lead if Molly Olson can nail one of these two free throws. Molly Olson so far with one three-point shot, and she nails the first free throw. Remember, free throw shooting was something they struggled with throughout the first half, but so far not in the second half with Molly Olson. And she can make it 2 for 2 right here and give the Govs a 2-point lead. She cannot get the second one to fall, rebounded by Kellenberger. Now Brandon Valley goes back to work. Here's the pass from Conda. Able to go now to Olivia Paget. Paget finds Kellenberger. Kellenberger from the far side of the post, now to Paget. Paget back to Kellenberger, guarded by Richter, goes inside, floaters up, no good off the back of the iron. Salter with the offensive board, but not for long. It's stripped away by Molly Olson. Here comes the fast break for Pierre. Richter stops on a dime, goes to Olson. Olson to Taylor, three-point shot from Larson, no good. Excuse me, back to Larson, out of bounds, and Pierre will retain possession. Last touch by Julia Ask, and Pierre has the basketball once more. 1:38 to go in the third quarter. What resilience, what tenacity by Pierre in this third quarter. It would make Michael Jordan proud. Now the Governors trying to answer once more. Richter finds Larson. Larson, pump fake, three-point shot, Graceland Taylor, yes! And the crowd explodes like Krakatoa. Pierre on top, 37-33. Brandon Valley with the ball once more. Condon inside, foul on Gracie Salter. She'll head to the free throw line. That was all set up by that pass from Reese Condon, able to get it inside Gracie Salter, and now she's got a chance to make it a one-possession game once more for Brandon Valley. First free throw is up, she missed it. Brandon Valley has been sensational on the road. They have not lost a road game since February of last year. They are 5-0 on the road to start off this year. But will that last? Second one rattles home. Salter goes 1 for 2, 15 points, and a timeout taken by head coach Mike Zur. We're going to stick with the action right here. Dylan Simmons on the call. It is Pierre Governors basketball. Top of the hour, you are listening to a presentation of high school basketball on KCCR Pierre, a Riverfront broadcasting station, 98.9 FM, and also listening to this game possibly on KCCR Sports YouTube channel. However you're getting this game tonight, glad to have you along. And man, what a fun one this has been so far between two of the better teams in AA. I know Pierre is not as highly ranked as Brandon Valley is in AA basketball right now, but rest assured they're showing tonight that they can play with just about anybody when they are dialed in and ready to play, and that is what they've displayed all night long. Kirk Bebout talking to his team, trying to get them focused and dialed in for the remaining 9 minutes and 13 seconds of regulation here in the capital city.